crafty community. This is Sherry. I wanted to share some projects that I've been working on. I'm going to be sending a flip book to my crafty friend in Tennessee, Chastity, and I pretty much have it finished. Okay, there we go. So I worked on this for a few weeks. It's a little busy. To get it to fit in the box, I had to move these two. I did have them up here originally, but anyway, yes, it's a little busy for me and my style, but I know she's gonna love it, and it was really fun to bring all these elements together. We went with a shabby chic theme. Chastity and I, like, as soon as we swap something, we talk about something else that we want to swap, and we do so many different kinds of projects for one another. It's so much fun. So we decided to do flip books this time, and my favorite color is green, her favorite color is pink, and now both of us like both pink and green because we're always sending each other those colors. But anyway, I really like how this came together. I had bought these papers. They're actually journaling cards. At Tuesday morning, I got a whole big set of them, and I never really used them very much, so I decided to use them for this swap. And so this little gal, she is from the Planner Society, and I colored her with some like water brush markers. Coloring is not my skill. I'm not very experienced at it. I don't have any special training. So there are, you know, it's not, definitely not professional, but she'll appreciate that I made the effort. She's a better colorer than I am. Just lots of little things to look at there on the cover. I made this clothespin. I just hot glued a little flower there, and then I cut some of that gold trim, the leaf trim, into a smaller little leaf to get that. Then these little cute little pom-poms, I believe I got those at Target Dollar Spot a few months ago. I got these clips I think at Tuesday morning, and then even these little tassels, and I just added the little tassel to the clip. These flowers I made using the tutorial from Rose's Creative Way, and I can post that below. I've been posting that a lot because I've been using these flowers a lot. I really like this teardrop trim. I got that from Hobby Lobby. So of course it's a flip book, so you got to have some flips in it. This flip just has a simple doily on the back, and I just took the journaling card and I scored it here and then taped it down, so it made a nice little flip. And in this little pocket I have some, I went ahead and inked up some of the little planner girls for her and gave her one that I had tried to color but didn't really like it on the front cover, but I gave it to her anyway. She'll be able to use that. These are a couple of elements from one of the Planner Society kits I got this summer. And then when you flip it down, you just get this. Here's some lacy trim and some more lacy trim. I actually made a mistake over here on this side. I tried to sew it on there, and it's diagonal. So I put another one of these Rose's Creative Way flowers here. These are made out of that trim from Hobby Lobby too. Then I made a belly band with her name on it, and I attached the belly band using these tabs, which I made with the tab punch, and I put a couple of goodie packages in. I really like reusing packaging and making packaging up little embellishments that we make as extras. It's really been fun. These are little ticket embellishments, and I used some of those golden words from Dollar Tree, but I also used some words that I made. I just stamped them onto some heavy paper. They are coasters that are not painted or anything, and then cut them out and made those. These are a couple of Polaroids that I use the We Are Memory Keepers Polaroid or frame punch board for, and I just kind of decorated those with some elements from, I think, Flourish collection, maybe some other collections. And these little half-back pearls are from the Dollar Tree. They've been selling those lately. This little and I used the tab punch again to make a tab for the top of the Polaroid. So those are just some little extras that I put in the flip book. The flip book did get pretty thick, and it's kind of looking interesting. It's looking a little worn out already just from opening it and closing it. Here I made this pocket using a journaling card from that paper, and I threw in some doilies here from in the kind of color scheme that we're going with. And then I took one of the gold doilies and hot glued a shaker to it. So I've got this little shaker, and this I got from Tuesday Morning too. They've been selling these packages of these, or maybe it was from Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure. In the town that I shop in nearby that has a Hobby Lobby, the Tuesday Morning and the Hobby Lobby are right next to each other, which is really kind of sweet and really kind of bad for my pocketbook at times, but I try to control myself. But anyway, I thought this was pretty cool. I have these frames. They're just little acetate frames, and I believe it's KC and Company, if I'm saying that correctly, that makes them. But isn't that pretty? It's just very delicate, and this is open acetate, and this one, the entire frame is made out of acetate. So when you put them together, and then I put them over this beautiful vintage girl rose, it just turns out so pretty. And those are some nice things that she can use on her projects if she wants to. Roses are her favorite flower, so I think she'll really like that. Then I used the tab to attach the belly band, and so I kind of decorated the top of that tab there. And then I joined these together with this little clip. So that is a flip book that I may add a little bit more to it. It's already kind of busy for me, but and it's already a little bit thick, but I really enjoyed making that for Chastity. I made her a couple of bows. I used my Cricut to cut these, and just simple. I like the pastels though in the packaging. That's fun. I'm sending her some lemonades, and they're in those little pouches that you can just pour into your water bottle. And I put it in a little glassine envelope, and put a little doily on here that I got in some Happy Meal, and the doily was delicate and it tore, so I added a flower here to cover up the tear. And then this cute little puffy sticker is from Target Dollar Spot. My daughter got that for me on one of her trips to Target. I went ahead and made a tassel for Chastity. I love making tassels. I saw a YouTube video, a lady made a bohemian style tassel, and it had all these different textures of and everything. I thought, oh my goodness, that is so adorable. So I made one kind of with the same idea in mind, to have all these different textures and everything. There's even some pearls, string pearls here, and some eyelash yarn and some lace and some tulle that has flowers flocked on it. Flocked tulle? I don't know if that's what it's called, but that kind of texture is called flocking when it's on wallpaper. Just reminded me, okay, today is my 32nd wedding anniversary, and I won't be able to put this video up for probably a couple of weeks because I'm going to wait till Chastity gets this. But when my husband and I were first married, we lived in this apartment that, well, it was an old Victorian home that had been remodeled into an apartment on each level, and we had the main level. And all of the wallpaper in all of the rooms was flocked, and so that fuzzy, really old wallpaper. But anyway, so now anytime I think of anything that's flocked, I remember that house with the orange flocked wallpaper in the living room and the red flocked wallpaper in the bedroom. Those were the days though. So okay. Oh, and all I did to make this was I got my lengths of each trim and ribbon, and then I folded it in half and put it on this little, I'm forgetting what these are called right now, but it's like a binder circle. I don't know. Anyway, and then I took one of those little elastic bands and just kind of put those together And then I covered up the elastic band with this little ribbon, just made a bow, and voila. Another thing that I made for Chastity is this teeny tiny box. I got these boxes from Dollar Tree. I think you get like 8 or 10 of them for $1, which is really kind of cool. I used my little tiny Paper Smooches tiny bow punch, and I punched a bow out of felt. I've been wanting to try to make some things out of felt. And I have this flower die that has never worked well with paper, and I've kept it, but I've been frustrated because it never looked right with paper. A few days ago I saw a YouTube video and someone had the same die, but they used it on felt, and I'm like, oh, no wonder it never looked good with paper. It was intended to be used with felt. So I made a couple of felt flowers in those light, delicate colors. I put them in here with a little bit of crinkle paper, and then what I did was I measured out this the inside of this little lid, and it's 2 inches by 1 5/8, but it's a little more than that, so I put 1 5.5/8 rather than calculating how much that actually is. And then I did the corners with the 1/4 inch side of this crocodile corner chomper. And what you do is you set it in there, and then I use my nail to go around the edges, and it stays in really good. But I did add some double-sided tape to this one. So anyway, it fits perfectly. That 1/4 inch corner really is perfect for this, from that corner chomper. So, and then I've got this one as my little example, so I can remember what those measurements are and what I used. Anyway, isn't that sweet? And I also just gave her a little goodie bag. I made kind of a topper with it using this journaling card from that paper collection. I think I got this little bag from Hobby Lobby in their party section. They have like little gift bags. I just made her some goodies. I had a few frames that I made, but I didn't actually use them, so I put those in there, and some little extra goodies in case she wants to embellish her own frames. And I made some tags and gave her some of those. These are these little buttons I got from Walmart, and so I went ahead and put some twine on those. This is just a little sample of some trim. It's very soft and fuzzy. These two are just a couple more little tags, and then these two little tags. I'm trying to use up some of those Dollar Tree butterflies that I bought so many of. I really like these little, I think these flowers are from Paper Studio, but I really like the gray, the glitter gray. It's really a pretty color. So that is what I've been working on for Chastity. I'm going to go ahead and put these back in here and show you some memory index cards that I've been working on. I'm doing a memory index swap with my Christian Facebook group, and actually tomorrow evening my husband and I are going to go eat in the town that has the Hobby Lobby, so I need to get a few more supplies before I finish that. But this little, I don't have the memory index die cut, so I just cut 4 by 4, and then I just kind of drew with pencil this corner up here to make it look like the corner ones. But this is just the tool with the little confetti in there, and I put a couple of gold crosses in there too, and some little beads, and then got this little thing, and then that says joy. I don't know if I'm giving this away, but I did make that with that swap in mind. I also made another one. This has some of the Flourish paper there on the one side, and I like that Flourish collection because it's got some pinks, blues, greens, and peaches. So it's really fun to play with when you want to use up some of your stash. And then this one for sure I'm going to send. It is sort of a peachy theme. I have a picture of these two on Instagram, and it just says heart piece, and has one of those gold leaves that I recently hauled from scrapbook.com. That video's up. Then using Rosa's tutorial, I made another one of these trim flowers. They're so soft and pretty. I put a brad in there. I just cut the metal connecting part of the brad off using some wire cutters so that it would lay really nice and flat there. So that's going to go with this. And I also hauled the little mini envelope punch board from scrapbook.com. So I made some little 1-inch envelopes. They're so adorable. I tied them together with some twine and put a gold heart on that. I had to make a shaker in this peachy color theme. This is an element from the Flourish embellishments, and I cut the inside part out because it's actually it's not cut out. And I used I used Alicia from Call Me Crafty Owl's idea for putting this shaker pocket together. She raises them up and it gives you a little more room, although she uses acetate and I just use some of that page protector plastic on this so to make it, but I did use my fuse tool and then I basically made a frame out of it. And then this is a little clip with that teeny tiny bow from the little bow punch. So that's going to go in. That's another thing I was working on. And I found this peachy fuzzy pen at Dollar General, which we have in my town. And it's got the gold thing. And so that's going to look really, I mean, these colors just go really well together. Look how peachy that is. Lovely. So that's what I've been working on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe even got a little inspiration for projects that you're working on. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hello, returning subscribers. Thank you for your support of my channel. I'm watching your channels too and thoroughly enjoying so much everything that you have to share. All of these ideas I get from you guys, the packaging ideas, the color combination ideas, the tassel ideas, the flower ideas. All these ideas are just inspired by you all, and thank you for all the inspiration. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and subscribe. There's some more crafty goodness coming soon. Hope you find some time to be crafty. Bye-bye.